I remember, no, not yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's.
This is the. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Monday, August 11th, 6 p.m. The Board of Selectmen regular meeting here at the Town Hall, 108 Main Street in Falls Village, in person and in Zoom. Calling to the meeting to order at 6 p.m. I do have some additions to the agenda. It must be because it's summertime and everyone tends to get their information in a little bit later than when we prepare the agenda. So I will go over each item individually, and then we can vote on them as a whole. Under 7B, there's B1, but B2. 7B2 would be a letter from Greg Marlowe, the chair of the Planning and Zoning Commission, regarding filling Ruth Scovern's vacancy. Under 7C, there will be a number 2. We will be recommending to town meeting a proposal for cameras around the town hall. Number 1 for the ballot box, which we are required to do by law, but 2 additional cameras. 7E, as an easy, is a letter that I will give you and we will read into the record from the town clerk. 7F, which I received this morning, is our transfer station report from Pete Roussis. 7G will be a recommendation to town meeting to take money out of the truck reserve, and I'll give you the number and so on, so people will get there, regarding the purchase of 2 town trucks. 7H will be a notice from the Torrington Area Health District having to do with dental access. And I'll distribute the flyer on that, which we hung here already, and I put on Northwest Community Chatter and Falls Village Forum. 7I will be an update, which I just got today, regarding the Sand Hill Cemetery.
I'm sorry, which cemetery?
Sand Hill
Okay.
Cemetery. Actually, I noticed what was done on Saturday, but I got the official word today. And under new business, Chris, did you have something you wanted to add under the Selectmen's report before we go?
Yeah, I guess just an update on the grant group and what they're working on and what they would like to propose.
So we make that 7J. You didn't have anything?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry, Judy. 9C, when we get down to new business, will be looking at the appointments to the P&Z discussion and possible action. And 9D as in dog will be regarding the town meeting to take money out of the truck reserve for 2 town trucks. And that's going to be discussion and possible action. Anything else for discussion and possible action under the new business?
For going to town meeting, do we want to review the trailer ordinances again?
Yeah.
We will do that. Okay, but that'll be included. There's a couple other things if upon a recommendation of going to the town meeting, okay, we will put together a comprehensive agenda of a number of things that we actually need to do. So I would ask, if that's everything, I would ask for a motion to accept all those as additions to the agenda.
So no.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public, okay. Public comments.
Board of Selectmen, I'd like to address two subjects. One is relating to a recent experience at the rec center. My grandson had a little birthday party there on Sunday. And I want to commend your board in managing that affair, and also the Recreation Commission and the principals of that Recreation Commission, and particularly Nikki Glass. She's one of my favorite people, so perhaps Mark is prejudiced, but it's well run, it was enjoyable, it's maintained properly. A few cracks in the concrete need to be taken care of. But I want to express my appreciation for that and for the commitment of the town and the various officers of the town who make it possible.
We do have the chair here, Melissa Lopes of the Recreation Commission, so I
Pass that on.
pass it on, please.
The other item that I'd like to discuss is rethinking the use of the Water Street Bridge. In particular, to restrict traffic to one lane and to reserve the other portion of the bridge for pedestrian traffic, bicycle traffic, and for the occasional assembly, which happens now, of people who enjoy the view looking upriver towards the falls. I think there are three good reasons to do this. One of them has to do with the fact that that is a use that occurs now, but there's a safety factor involved in that it's a two-lane bridge, so that you have potential conflict of pedestrians, bicyclers, and people standing to look with respect to vehicle traffic. Also, that is an attraction, and we say that we like to have people feel free to look at our natural resources and so forth, and we shouldn't discourage them by making it difficult and or risky. Plus which, the question of people propelling themselves, we talk about that now as a green agenda, but we're somewhat hypocritical because we talk about it but don't do something about it, as opposed to using either fossil fuel or mechanically generated electricity around. We can move around. Those of us that are fortunate enough to be able to move around can, but also the lane as a vehicle lane is not friendly to a wheelchair, which it could be. So those reasons speak for themselves. Also, there's traffic calming, and that adds to the ambience of the neighborhood on both sides of the river. And we see many of our citizens and visitors walking down past the power plant to the bridge. So that's a no-brainer for traffic calming. And there's one more feature of this, that the live load of the bridge, what it has to bear, would be reduced by close to 50%. People accumulating on the bridge, any instruments of dividing the lanes we have are not going to add up to 25 tons. So that spares stress on the bridge, which may be important for another reason, but I'm not going to get into that. With regard to the neighborhood and the people of Amesville, maybe I'm sticking my neck out to say this, but we may feel they're more important to us than Salisbury feels they're important to them, because they support our library. They're members of our emergency service forces. They are our neighbors. And I think in appreciating them is worth some consideration in addition to our own neighbors. It's my impression, although I may be wrong, that they favor this sort of a reconfiguration or reinventing of the use of that bridge. Mr. Beers is a member of the group that aligns themselves for the interest of that neighborhood. And while I think that they would favor this, I'll let him speak for himself if he chooses to. In the meantime,
I may have had second thoughts.
you may have it, then you're free to speak, because that we believe in that. My daughter and her husband are going back to California first thing tomorrow morning, and I want to go back to the barbecue. So if you have any questions.
I think as we have spoke before, I have spoke with the first selectman in Salisbury regarding this, regarding the bridge, some traffic calming by putting a stop sign on our side, because there are two stop signs on the Amesville side, which effectively calms the traffic either coming down or coming across from Dugway, where they stop and they will look prior to crossing the bridge, which again makes it effectively a one-lane bridge. But putting a stop sign on our side would also fulfill our obligation to stop on our side of the bridge. So we're looking at that also. And I will propose that to him as perhaps something we could do, because there would have to be an agreement between the two towns to do that.
Yes, it wouldn't work too well to have it be one lane halfway.
You
Thank
take your
you.
life in your own hands, so on the Salisbury.
Thank you for hearing me out.
Thank
I'm on
you.
my way.
Thank you.
Mr. Beers?
Well, Lou's pretty much said everything I was supposed to say, right? I'm here, thank you. As a
Thank you.
Thanks, Lou. I'm here as a friend of the court, friend of Lou's. My wife and I are co-presidents of the Amesville Association, which has said, don't get too impressed. It's just a neighborhood association, so I don't really represent the town of Salisbury. But I understand Mr. Rand's on vacation this week, so
Yes, he
I
is.
think you can do whatever you want. But when my wife and I took over as co-chairs of this little neighborhood association, the one issue that got raised more than any was, what about the bridge? It was supposed to be handed over and get lines on it, and there are a lot of people who are really interested in, as Lou so eloquently described, enjoying the bridge as a place to wander across. And I would take exception to your thinking that all we have to do is put up a stop sign on this side.
No, just part of it.
Because the stop signs on the other side, many people consider those advisory. Just recently, I was going across that bridge on my bicycle and I saw somebody come on from Dugway, just come careening around the corner at 25 miles an hour. And then, but the look on his face was when he saw me was suddenly realizing, whoa, I should have slowed down. Then I said, yeah, and there was a stop sign back there. And he looked back, he said, oh yeah. I think some study, I don't know what the mechanism would be, but there should be some study to make this work, whether there's some temporary or permanent warnings that you're coming to a one-lane bridge, instructions for people.
Yeah.
That would come along. Currently, it's a two-lane bridge, so
Right.
we would need to modify all of that. So
Right.
that would be coming somewhere down the road, should we be able to do it. And I think the third party that we look at, who we haven't mentioned, is we have to deal with the state. So that's going to be part of it. But I think if we have 2/3 buy-in on it, we certainly can try.
Yeah, well, that's my 2 cents.
Thank you very much.
And I'm gonna go to a barbecue with my sister.
Well, get back over that bridge.
Where is the barbecue? That's a long agenda.
Yes.
And I don't understand any of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, we do have a love and love a lot relationship with Falls Village. I've been here for 7 or 8 years and finally gotten it down, how to explain to people where I live. My mail comes from over here, but my tax bill comes from up there.
We'll
see what we can do about it. Actually, I'm just be about that. That's what I hear.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other public comment? Do we have anybody going on, by the way?
We have somebody on, but I don't have any comments in chat.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, then we will move along. Number 4 on the agenda, the approval of pending minutes. I will take a motion to approve the minutes of July 14th, 2025, the regular meeting.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. July 28th, 2025, special meeting minutes.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And July 31st, 2025, special meeting minutes.
Go ahead.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Moving along, written communications. Oh, I'm sorry.
Treasurer.
The treasurer's report. We have, did you, the tax collector's report? Okay, all right. I made some extra copies just in case you do not. First, we'll take the May treasurer's packet 2025. I will take a motion to receive that packet.
So,
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Right.
okay, sorry, before you go to the tax collector's report, do you want to add the June report to the agenda? The June.
Oh, the June
Oh,
report, yes. I apologize. Okay, because we have May and June.
No, you have June and July. Tax collector's
Yes,
report.
June and July.
We did not have it at the last.
Right, we did not have. Correct. So let's make it the June and July. Treasurer's packet report 2025. That we receive it.
Do you
We
gonna
have to make a motion
Tax collectors?
to
tax collector?
Yeah.
include the,
Include the June and July. So I'll,
so moved.
okay,
Second.
all in favor?
I,
Aye, opposed? And the tax collector's report. So ending June 30th and the one ending July 31st. I'll take a motion to receive that.
so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
No.
Yeah.
The previous motion was to add it to the agenda, right?
yes.
Yes.
You didn't want to say any to that.
Oh,
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I thought you were one step ahead of us. But that was unanimous then.
That was
right?
unanimous anyhow.
Yes, you're right.
Thank you, Denise, for catching that.
Okay.
Okay. Written communication, I'm not going to read them all, okay? But we did give our monies to the Susan B. Anthony project, and they sent us a thank you letter. Also with the Chore Service Incorporated and Project Sage. So those are 3 letters thanking us for our annual contributions. There is one letter, written communication that we in fact wrote, and I would like to read this into the record. And this is recognition, a letter of recognition to Avery Tripp. Avery Tripp, who is now the ISKA breaking champion, women's female breaking champion, and you can watch her on YouTube. And I think it's the neatest thing to watch it on YouTube and see Avery Tripp, Falls Village, Connecticut. Okay, so just to read this letter into the record, and this letter has already been sent to Avery. On behalf of the town of Canaan and the Board of Selectmen, we are writing to you today to express our sincere congratulations on your recent athletic accomplishment. We were thrilled to hear about your earning of the title as the International Sport Karate Association 2025 Female World Breaking Champion. Your dedication and hard work is truly inspiring. We know how many hours you've dedicated to training, the sacrifices you've made, and the challenges you've overcome. Your success is a testament to your perseverance and talent. This accomplishment is not only a personal triumph for you, but also a source of pride for your friends, family, and our community. It serves as an inspiration to others to pursue their goals with passion and determination. We are confident that this is just the beginning of many more successes to come. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors and look forward to celebrating your continued achievements. Wishing you all the best, David R. Barger, First Selectman, Judy Jacobs, Selectman, and Kristen Crusoe, Selectman. And again, watch it on YouTube. It's neat to see Falls Village, Connecticut under her name. Okay, moving on to the Selectmen's report. Steep grant update. We have a meeting via Microsoft Teams with our manager, Susan Cena, on 8/20 at 2 p.m., where we'll go through all the final paperwork before we are awarded the steep money. We've actually put in all our paperwork, it's all signed and so forth, but now all we need to do is go over all those forms and so forth that we need to finish up with the state. Planning and zoning, I have a resignation letter from Bruce Scoburn, and we will be putting together a letter to her, thanking her for her service. So let me read it into the record. Dear Selectmen, it has been both an honor and privilege to serve on Falls Village Planning and Zoning Commission for many, many years. Although my current term ends on November 13th, 2027, I think it's appropriate for me to resign now in order to add new highly qualified members to the commission. Before offering my resignation, I spent several months searching for residents who I think will add to the strength and wisdom of the P and Z. I sought recommendations for the P and Z positions, full member and alternate from a wide swath of people in town. Then I met with some of the prospects. And I will now read Greg Marlowe, the chairman of the P and Z, his letter. That was number 2. Good afternoon, Dave. Please add to your upcoming agenda. As you already know, the resignation of Ruth Scothern, from the P and Z. If accepted, the Planning and Zoning Commission would ask for your board to appoint the current alternate, Tim Metzger, to fill Ruth's term as a regular member, expiring 11/13/27. If this is approved by the commission, then we would ask your board to appoint Kathleen Clark to fill Tim's alternate role, expiring 8/11/29. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Signed, Greg Marlowe, P&Z Chair. So we will get down to that actually in new business. Also, our closed circuit television. We are required by the Secretary of the State under Section 9/140B-1 to have a video recording on the absentee ballot drop box. Now, this was effective actually July 1, but a number of towns still do not have their equipment in. Just because of a lag of time, I can tell you that looking for someone to do it, someone to do the particular equipment that they suggest. I shouldn't even say it, suggest that they recommend that we will abide by. I finally had spoke with Berkshire Electronics, Berkshire Alarm as it's better known. At our last meeting, I didn't have everything together and I was not completely satisfied with what they had done because there were a few things that we didn't need. Okay. For instance, a rack for all of our equipment downstairs. We have a new rack. I am going to submit this along with their quote. And what he has quoted me is for the basic work for the camera on just the absentee ballot box. And I'll give this to you, Denise, so you don't need to write down too much, but is $5,358.90. I had asked him to throw 2 additional cameras in, and that is for security of the town hall as a whole. And that would be a camera that would be out here. It wouldn't be outside, but it would be inside. It would capture a panoramic view of the outside and one on the back of our building here. I will tell you, let me be perfectly transparent. All right. I have some close ties to what happened in Newtown. And when everyone thinks that it can't happen here, we can't think that way. And my suggestion would be that what we present, we'll talk about this when we get to new business, is actually present the entire package with the 2 additional cameras, because all we're looking at is 2 additional cameras and some more wiring and so forth, which will bring us up to $8,573.27. Again, we're looking what the state mandated at basically $5,400. I think that put these additions on, I think it's just prudent in the times that we have right now. I'm not looking to video record everyone. That's not the idea, but it is for the safety of the people who do work in the town hall, because we would be putting up an additional monitor inside that could watch both the ballot box and the other 2 cameras. We would put another monitor back in the treasurer's office, much like a computer monitor, and have the ability, working with Ucatech, to have it on our computers where I could click on it and so on and so forth and watch it up in a corner. Kind of like your camera in your car.
Yeah.
So again, I think this is it's a little bit of money, it's an investment. And my proposal is currently as of May 31st, and I'll use that. We have in the 107 and 108 reserve $23,519.34. I would propose that we go to town meeting and we ask for that. Well, I would say
We do
So
all the
up to-
finance first.
yes, it will go to the Board of Finance, and then what we're gonna do is recommend this to the Board of Finance. And I would say we ask for up to $9,000, and I think that would certainly cover us. So that we will talk about as we move further on down the line. 7D, August 26th, along with Janelle and the members of the Inland Wetlands Commission, we will be on the firm for the town of Canaan, which is the flood insurance rate map. We'll be looking at an interactive presentation with FEMA. I'd like to tell you more about it, but I'm still still trying to figure it out.
What time's that meeting?
That meeting will be at 9 AM. And they still haven't sent me the digital link, but I'm sure they will by the 26th. I have for you, and if you just pass one down to Denise. So I don't have to use it later.
I got a list for you, Dave.
I know, but that one you don't have to put on there. Request for information from boards and commissions. This morning, Johanna gave this to me. And I'll read it. Dear Board of Selectmen, we are writing to formally request updated written information from all boards and commissions. To promote transparency and support effective administration, we kindly ask that this information be submitted regularly via email moving forward. Specifically, we are requesting updates on the following: current members, including term start and titles, any resignations, any existing or upcoming vacancies. Thank you for your attention to this request. We appreciate your cooperation in keeping and helping to keep our records accurate and up to date. Sincerely, Johanna Munn and Emily Peterson. So she is going to send this out electronically to all
Wow, okay.
boards and commissions, but I did want to make sure we had that read into the record this evening. Also, I will share with you, and you can pass this down. Secretary is the town of Canaan transfer station selectmen's report from Pete Lucis. His monthly report. As you can see, nothing's gotten cheaper. But we still are at $136 a ton tipping fee at this point in time.
Are all those guys at Mirror and all those out on vacation? We haven't heard a lot of
Yeah,
updates from you lately on this whole thing.
I would like to tell you that right now we are going to live out our MSA that we've had with them, our municipal services agreement.
Yeah.
I can tell you we are no longer getting bills only from Mira. Okay, so the last two bills that have arrived have come directly from the state, not from Mira.
Okay, those are
Because
still
they've taken-
referred to as the Miro.
Dissolution authority,
Yeah. Okay.
although they dissolved. And if you can say that 3 times fast, that's your set.
Crazy.
Next thing that I have is correspondence from Tim Downs, our DPW manager. And again, there's a third copy, pass on down. I will be reading this into the record for the Board of Finance also, but Board of Selectmen, the town is in need of 2 trucks to the highway department. Town pickup is a 2007 Chevrolet 1500, a half-ton rear-wheel drive pickup used every day to check roads, carry signs, parts runs, repairs on roadsides, carries tools, equipment to all the jobs on the road. It was actually purchased in 2009 with less than 5,000 miles on it. The truck has been good for the last 16 years. It is 18 years old. I don't think we're going to get 20 years out of it. Okay. And it's getting very rusty to the point where it is, in fact, it is a concern for safety. We need to upgrade to a truck that will better serve the town. The new truck will be a 2026 Ford F-250 four-wheel drive with a flatbed and snow plow, gas engine, automatic transmission. The cost of this truck will be $64,810.10 on state contract. The small dump truck we have is a 2006 GM 500 four-wheel drive with 10-foot plow and a 3-yard dump body. Town bought it new in 2006. That makes it quickly 19 years old. And we do get life out of our trucks. My hat off to our road crew. This truck is used every day for checking roads, hauling asphalt, patch, wood chipper and chipper box, garbage route twice a week. All activities on roads every day. It has a plow route of its own. This truck plows parking lots downtown, senior center, daycare center, Kellogg School, transfer station, firehouse, and it helps with dirt roads and intersections around the town. This is the most used truck of our fleet and the only 4-wheel drive. We have been very happy with this truck and its ability to fill the needs of our town, but we are having a very hard time getting parts to keep it running. In some cases, they have to make their own parts for the drivetrain. The new truck we have chosen is a Ford F600 4-wheel drive dump truck with a 3 to 4 yard dump body and a V plow, a diesel engine and automatic transmission. This truck will be able to do everything the old truck has done and more. They would like to order the trucks right away. The truck reserve has 108. Well, let me just quote you exactly how much it has as of 5/31, and there is additional money in there. But as of 5/31, it has $180,689, and the trucks that they have spec'd out, we're looking at $180,000. So again, I'm going to ask the Board of Finance to recommend this to town meeting because it will be taken out of our truck reserve. 7F, excuse me, 7H, from the Torrington Health District. I've already posted this on the Falls Village Forum and Northwest Chatter, and I'll give you all a copy. And this came up terribly quick, and I just got it today. But as we know, a lot of people in our town may have medical insurance, but they don't have dental insurance. And again, Torrington Health District put this out for COHI, Connecticut nonprofit. They're going to have a forum on dental health. And
Is it just by Zoom?
it is just by Zoom,
Okay,
but you do have to sign up.
okay.
So you can hit the code down at the bottom. Sign up. 9I, again, something that just came in late today, and I have to tell you, I saw it on Saturday.
Saturday.
Our hats off to the cemetery sexton, Carl Munson Masonry, repaired the pillars at the Sandhill Cemetery. I would ask all of you, as you pass going to the transfer station, to take a look. Fantastic work. It looks great. They were collapsing. We're hoping that we'll be able to get another grant somewhere down the road and fix the iron gates. Well, there just wasn't enough money to do the both of them, and it's essential that you get up those pillars even before you think about the gates.
Right.
So hats off to Tracy Wilson on that. Really do appreciate it. 7J, Chris.
Okay, so the grant committee or the grant group is currently working on, a couple of different ones. One, an AARP grant for the senior center. With the help of, with Teresa's guidance. And I think they would like to, author, to be more accessible through the formation of a committee for the implementation of the steep grant. I think they put a lot of effort into that.
There's no question about it. My concern I would really hold us in making a decision until I see what we have on the 20th. I don't think there's going to be any surprises there. I think it's basically going to be talking about the grant and the paperwork. We do have the people here to administrate it between myself, Michelle, and Linda to actually administrate it. But I know that a lot of work went in so far as specifications. So I just would look for, and again, seeing what happens on the 20th. I don't think there's going to be anything, but at least I'll be able to report back with something, and perhaps we can meet with the group and look at the sheer implementation, because they know what they had put in for, which we all know. But again, I think that would be helpful. So I would ask that we table the discussion only until after, and we can call a special meeting afterwards, and I'll look to you to
Probably
being a
wait
liaison.
September.
Yeah. Well, hopefully before then, but I would like to do that. And again, sorry to even repeat myself, but I just curious as to what she will bring forward.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think there's any surprises there, but I never like to be surprised. Okay. Old business, 35 Railroad Street update. Chris, do you want to speak to that, or?
I think it's important that we have a follow-up meeting with, schedule a follow-up meeting with the Firehouse Committee. There's a lot of questions, I think, on their behalf as to actually where we are, how we're gonna proceed.
I think, as we have spoken, I've been in contact with our attorneys, so on and so forth. I know that there was a draft, as we know, of the easement agreement. I have not heard back on that. I fired off another email today, this afternoon, but we'll see where that is. And once we had that and some other supporting information, I think it would behoove us to have another meeting of the 35 Railroad Street Committee.
Yes.
And so all is.
Yeah, I think there was a discussion that we had, and we were concerned about, the encroachment of the septic, of the end septic on town property. It is spelled out here in the Torrington Area Health, the permit, the approved permit for B100, I guess.
So yeah, I think it's very important, and it's a point well taken that we need to sit down. Again, I may be guilty of waiting to hear what we finally get.
I'm not sure how much more input we would need from
the commission,
the committee.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to, get them one more time, and when we get to actually selling it, I think the three of us can handle that part of it.
Supposed to be under us anyway, right?
Correct. Statutory.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I would like to see that happen.
Yeah.
It will. You and me both.
Oh, boy.
I think we both have another term to get that done. Let's get it done before that.
Yeah, before that. Yeah. So.
Economic development. Listen, I'm just going to say something, and again, I told a couple of people in the room this already. Thursday, I was in the office here, and I looked out my window, which I often do not do. But the town was bustling. Those of you who drove through town, There were people all over the place. There were people drinking coffee, walking around, walking their dog, doing this, doing that, doing the other thing. And then two horses came down the lane. And I said, this is really what Falls Village is all about. Those of us who have lived here for any appreciable amount of time. And I really was touched by seeing all that. I right at this point in time, I would look at you, Judy, at you, Chris, and say, look, you know, we have the Off the Trail Cafe, which appears to be a hit. I just hope that it continues
I
and
think it will.
it has been, I mean, we still have the inn for, you know, lunch and dinner, but
Dinner.
we've never had a breakfast place since Toymakers moved out, and their hours, Liz Eyes has worked with Mountainside to kind of complement their hours when who's open, so you'll always be able to find a place in Falls Village to have breakfast. So again, we have two anchors now, okay? We have for eating, we have the inn and we have the Off the Trail Cafe.
We do have the gas station too.
I know. Great sandwich. You know what? You want to grab a coffee?
Yeah,
Okay. I will never shoot them in the foot.
right.
And now we have a place that makes bread in town.
Yes, also.
Took
Yes.
over the spot where Kazoo's
That's right, right back here.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, and it's actually the manager of 100 Main. It's her husband that's doing it. Certified kitchen in there.
Wow,
Yeah.
right, huh?
Mhm.
Check that out.
The carbs.
Line items.
Affordable housing. And by the way, we're gonna move on with economic development as time moves on. That's one of the great stories that we have right at this moment. The Affordable Housing Plan Task Force on the 6th of last Wednesday, 6th of August, we had a meeting. We had Jocelyn Ayer here as a speaker, the director of the Litchfield Center for Housing Opportunity. And I think we're going to, well, I don't think, I hope that we make some more headway with the planning task force. CEN, I'm just waiting for them actually to install Cobble Road, culvert and bridge updates. The 19th, we have a meeting here on site regarding the culvert and the bridge, so there's really nothing to report.
Dave,
New
I'm
bus-
sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you say CN is ready to install?
CEN had the rep out here, looked at both us and at the town garage to install and said, yeah, you have plenty of stuff here to install into. We'll get back to you.
Oh, so they're not ready to install, you're waiting for a quote.
No, CEN, this is on a grant.
Okay,
There's CEN, okay, and we will be hopefully there is no quote. We'll have our monthly, but there is no quote. They just I have to tell you, they have moved at state speed, and I'll let it go at that.
so the update is they're ready to install.
They're ready to install when they come. I mean, they're as far as the Hunt Library. All they need to do is run a line from there down to here. And one of the questions was the town garage, if we could have it up there. And that was kind of an add-on. I know that they had also wanted to go over to the new firehouse, but it's too much of a run in the transfer station. Because they're looking for something, they're looking for things that are contiguous.
When was the Cobble Road?
The 19th,
19.
they will be meeting with representatives of Cardinal. And I think we actually will offer to buy him a cup of coffee. And then we'll let that go.
Yeah, we should that.
Okay, new business. Tax rebates and consideration, we don't have anything. B. I'm open to discussion about what everyone thinks. I mean, number one, we have to have it for the ballot box. It has to be within 20 feet of the ballot box. That boils down to, roughly $5,300, and I'm just rounding up figures. And then you're talking almost $8,600 to add those cameras.
Total, to make it total.
That's it, soup to nuts.
So,
And I think when we ask for the funds, I would ask for up to 9,000, just in case
Mhm.
there's a bump or something. But I would ask for it to be taken out of the 107, 108 reserve fund.
I think it's something that we should definitely do.
yeah, it's 2025 and.
Yeah,
You know,
security's sake, there's personnel that's in here alone sometimes, we need to make sure they're protected.
Okay. I mean, it's just one step into, as we used to do, talk about hardening the target. I would hope that we're not a target,
no, right, yeah.
but we
Yeah.
live in strange times.
So would you look for a motion to,
Well, the motion I would look for is that we recommend it to the Board of Finance to recommend to town meeting, because we will be taking the money out of reserve.
up to $9,000?
I think that's what we should ask for. Again, it's 8,600 in round figures. But just looking at if there is a blip, if they need some extra wire, what have you, which
So
I can't tell you if they will or they won't.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Do you have the numbers, Dave?
Let me give you a number of the line. I put that on. Do you give me a moment?
I can get it later. You don't
Yeah,
hold me.
I do have the number for it though. I
Okay.
wrote them all down today.
Um,
Let's see. Here's the number. Account 170-263-541.
And it's the 107, 108.
Right, when you read it on our printout, it says 107, but it's the 107.
Okay.
Okay.
There should be 23,000 there, right?
Right now, we have, as of 5/31, okay, we had $23,519 dollars and 34 cents. So it'll well covered. Okay. Our next is appointments to the Planning and Zoning Board. Getting back to the recommendations of the P and Z. Well, first, I'll take a motion to accept the letter of resignation from Ruth Scotland.
So moved.
Second, and I will ask for a vote.
All right.
I would like to say that we are accepting it in a melancholy way. I'm very sad to see her go. She has added a number of things to the planning and zoning, and has served us. Has served the town. I shouldn't say served us, but served the town very well. Can't say enough good things, but we will put together a letter that we will send to her, thanking her for her service. I would take a motion then to appoint the current alternate member, Tim Metzger, to fill Ruth Scottman's term expiring 11/13/27.
So moved.
I need to vote on the last motion.
Yeah, we did.
You did?
Yes.
Jeez, Louise, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here waiting for it. My apologies.
We're way ahead of you.
Okay, get ready for the next one.
I got that one down pat.
Okay,
Sorry.
what was
Sorry.
the term?
The the term would be expiring 11/13/27, and that would be our current alternate member, Tim Metzger, to fill Bruce Scarber's term. I'll take a motion.
So,
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
When's the term end?
I'm sorry?
When-
11,
What did you-
Term ends?
Her term would have ended 11/13/27. He's going to fill it
Okay,
until then.
till 11/13/27. Thank you.
Okay. And the other request is to the board to appoint Kathleen Clark to fill Tim Metzger's alternate position. And that would expire 8/11/29.
so moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yep, just watching Denise's hand there.
Oh, I'm doing two things at once.
Okay,
That's why I missed the vote.
all right, I
I'm
thought you were
good.
still writing. I
No,
apologize.
sorry.
I have the quotes here from Tim, and I will share them with you and also pass them on to our Board of Finance. But open for discussion now.
And the quotes are pretty similar to the ones we generated for the steep grant, I would guess,
I would imagine they're pretty much the same.
okay.
Okay, there has been a little bit of work done on them, some modifications, but that's why we have the truck reserve fund. Currently, in the truck reserve fund, we have $180,000, $689 as of the end of May. And again, I'm quoting what we have at the end of May there. So there's a little bit more money, but we're looking at $180,000 total. And I would look for a motion to recommend to the Board of Finance for town meeting, us taking the money out of the truck reserve to order and pay for these two trucks.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And I do have a number for you.
Up to
It'll be
180,
up to $180,000.
okay, account number?
51001439.
And that is called the truck reserve.
That is the truck reserve. And again, that's why we have it there, and we'll be looking at the Board of Finance, so. Okay. That's that. Number 10. We don't have any bridge or infrastructure. We'll know a little bit after our meeting on the 19th to call a meeting
Yeah,
together.
we'll schedule a meeting right after.
And the solar project committee, we,
Nothing to update there.
any other business to come before the Board of Selectmen? Going once, going twice, going three times. Any public comment at the end?
Nothing on chat.
Nothing on chat?
Hope to
Adjourn.
adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we're adjourning at, according to the clock up there, at 6:56 PM. Thank you all.
53.
Well, we're 3 minutes ahead up here, and the chair of the Board of Finance said she's going according to that clock. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think you voted on me, this is yes. Because I missed it.
Wow,
Yeah, we did.
You did not vote to
Yes.
adjourn.
we voted.
Not to adjourn. No.
Oh, to adjourn.
Yes,
We did.
we did,
Aye.
didn't we?
Aye.
Thank you. I wouldn't
You know,
stick
you
my
might-
foot in my mouth twice.
Good evening.
Aye.
Hi.
A little bit, yeah, I know, I just saw it. So I'll call the Board of Finance, meeting to order. And we don't need to see alternates, we're good. So public comment. My back is the public. Okay. Agenda and amendments to the agenda. So. I have as the Board of Finance, and you should work these out, so. Just these two items?
That came from the Board of Selectmen's meeting.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the first one. That I'm going to move that we add to the agenda is the Board of Selectmen recommend the Board of Finance. Recommend to town meeting up to $9,000. For the purpose of CCTV cameras over the ballot box in the front and back of town hall. To come from the 107-108 Main Street Reserve account. 170263541.
Is this, you're adding new business?
This is new business.
Okay, so that's.
So this will be not. The. Kind of a second.
Second.
Thank you. Session. All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Aye. Tom.
Aye.
Karen. Thank you, Tom. And then 9E will be. The Board of Selectmen recommend, the Board of Finance recommend to town meeting up to 180,000 from the truck reserve account. 51001439.
For the purpose of purchasing 2 trucks.
Sorry, for the purpose of purchasing 2 trucks.
That might help.
That's up to
185.
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? All those in favor?
Hi.
Aye. Tom?
Aye.
Carol? Thank you. Okay, so 2 items. All right.
Oh, just a.
That's what I have.
Oh,
Communications. Do we have anything? Just. I don't really have anything. I don't know. I've not even had a chance. Okay. Secretary's report. June 6th.
These are the next day.
Yes. You should start on a motion to.
I'll make a motion to approve the June 6th, 2025. Special meeting minutes.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Tom?
I will abstain since I wasn't at the meeting.
Thank you. Motion passes. And next would be the June 9th.
I'll make
was
a
regular.
motion to approve the minutes of the June 9th, 2025. meeting.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Jane, I wasn't at the June meeting.
Thank you. Motion passes. Treasurer's report. Year to date for fiscal 25-26, we have no expenses for the Board of Finance yet.
Okay, I don't even have that.
No, this just, it's in my box, so this, I just got that. So,
So.
there's one there, that's as of, I don't have a June one, but according, I did talk to Michelle and she said the May was the same as June. Meaning there was no additional expenses.
No income and no expenses in June.
For the Board of Finance,
So, no, I meant number 2.
number 1. So we received July. 25, which is zero.
I'll make a motion to accept the Board of Finance expenditures year to date. Being zero, do you need that? No, there's nothing. Okay, good. Nothing.
Let's move on to the treasurer's report, which is May only. June is still being finalized. So that will be tabled.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report of May 31st, 2025. It includes all those that are bulleted.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion.
So question, any signals that anything that's happened in June is gonna surprise us?
We have not heard.
No serious.
No.
No more than overages you have.
Yeah, nothing that we, other than the overages that we're, gonna review.
And are you okay with then receive? Did I not say? So accept. Receive good? Yes. Thank you.
You said we're gonna review these?
Yes, that's part of the, any other discussion?
Roxanne is joined.
Okay, hello Roxanne.
Hi,
Hi,
sorry, I had Wi-Fi issues at home.
I understand. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Right?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks. So that's all bulleted items. in
All
number two.
bulleted items for May.
June is.
June is tabled. Got it. Okay. And no reconciliation, that's still, we are gonna get that as they clean up the end of the year. I did talk to Bill about that. Tax collector. Those came in this morning at 11.
I'll make a motion to receive the tax collector's report of June 30th, 2025 and July 31st, 2025.
Second.
Thank you, Chief. Discussion?
Pretty amazing.
All
More than amazing.
More than amazing, yes, 99.38%. All those in favor? of-
Aye.
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 Motion passes. I did not receive a single Board of Ed.
So table.
They're gonna be tabled.
How come we're not receiving this?
Yeah.
I don't know, Michelle did send a email to to Cindy, I believe it is.
Yes, Cindy.
I have not gotten. Sent it Thursday, nothing has come in.
What do you think would it be helpful for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, yes, yeah, we especially should have the year-end one. I would
You
think.
federalize the Board of Education.
Mhm.
No. Sorry, John.
All right, we'll turn it over to. Our first selectman.
Okay, I'm going to be rather brief tonight. We really the steep grant update on the 20th at 2 p.m. We have a meeting with our regional manager, what they're called now, to go over all the paperwork and so forth. We've already submitted all our signatures and so forth, but we have to go over all the paperwork you need to report forms and so on and so forth. And so we'll be moving along with that. Planning and zoning, we have a resignation letter from Ruth Scovern, and Tim Metzger will fill her position and Kathy Clark will fill his position. The CCTV, we'll talk about a little bit later at length, I would think under a new business. We do have a letter from the town clerk, asking that, from this point forward, if we would in fact, let her know as chairman or selectman, or secretaries, who the current members are, any resignations, any existing or upcoming vacancies. So that they can keep their records current. Have the transfer station report, nothing strange there. But I can guarantee you, as I told you at the beginning of last year, it's not getting any cheaper. So we're still living out our municipal service agreement that we had with the state. As a matter of fact, we're being billed directly from the state now, not from Mira, the dissolution authority, although they'll still have their stamp on it, what comes from the state. So we're still at 136, at least for this year, tipping fee. I can't tell you what it's going to be next year.
Dave, I have a question.
Yes.
How's it working out with the transfer station and joints?
That is still under negotiation because it's so a little bit. They're not issuing any, the deep is not issuing any new permits for transfer stations. Right now, the city of Torrington holds that permit.
Now, the deal USA fell through though, didn't it?
Yes,
And they go back to the COG.
it may go back to the COG, but that's still being negotiated. If it goes to the COG, hopefully, all the member towns of the COG, getting together, will be able to hold the price down. And that's what we wanted. We wanted a public option. We didn't want a private option. So I would really cross my fingers, and we're hoping for the best, but it's still being negotiated. So. Okay. Town trucks we'll talk about a little bit later. The Torrington Area Health District, any of you who are on Facebook, I put this out on Facebook already. Falls Village Forum in Northwest Chatter. It's come up for those in towns, a Zoom access to the state of Connecticut. So again, they have it on Wednesday. Came from the Torrington Health District this afternoon. So I'm not sure how many people were hit, but if you do know of anyone, I'll just go to Falls Village Forum or Northwest Chatter. We'll be able to get this. So, cemetery at Sand Hill. I don't know any of you who've been to the transfer station. It's kind of rough to say, hey, go to the transfer station and look across the Route 63, but some great work done by Carl Munson. Is he on tonight? No. Some great work done by him. The pillars have all been repaired. It really does look nice. I almost didn't recognize it as I drove past. I had to stop and really.
Yeah, those plaques.
Oh, don't they?
Yeah.
They look great. And hopefully, as I said in the last meeting, this money will be available and we'll be able to get the iron gates fixed because we couldn't do both. But my hat off to Tracy Wilson for getting the grant. You know, we saw the grant and she did all the legwork on that and got it. So, and we got extra money, which is fabulous. So, and that's all I have for you this evening. Until we get back to talking about cameras and trucks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Old business. We'll have to circle back to the Board of Finance policy, so no action tonight. But on the capital plan, Dave and I have talked a little bit. We're gonna try and get together in the next couple of weeks. Really have to get after the different departments and groups to narrow down their requests. Broad requests are very difficult to plan with, but narrowing it down, and I think we're gonna talk about one, like the truck and saying, what do you specifically need? You know, what do we wanna do with the pool, what do we, you know, versus, there are some buckets that are gonna be very broad, but the rest, you gotta have a plan of when you wanna purchase it and what you're gonna do with it, or utilize it. So, and I know Dave's working on some infrastructure, so I'd like to incorporate both, so the next meeting we have. Just kind of start looking at something, not that we're gonna have any action immediately, but
Just a beginning of the picture.
beginning of the picture, because when I look at the funds that are available, it's there. But there's nothing specific. So,
Are you looking at this like?
well, I think you have to start first, yeah, it's kind of idea like that, but you gotta start first with what are the items? And then you gotta say, well, when would you wanna purchase them? Where is the anticipated date?
How
What
much
year? And then we can start looking at saying, how are we gonna handle? But you can't get to years until you actually get to what items are, you know,
Right.
and then you can start talking about shuffling.
Yeah.
But I think, because otherwise, I know we're gonna talk about the trucks, but you know, then we're all of a sudden in this like, we've gotta do this, well, that's fine, but. We also have to think about. Let's not get into the same boat, yeah, you know, 5-10 years out and knowing when.
Good.
Don't have any suspense items. I'm aware of.
I'm in suspense.
Try not to blow the this year.
Dave, I have on here a request for health insurance for social services.
Already that is from our employee, our social service agent. She's already entitled to that. This is just to let you know the line, and there's two ways, and I will leave it to your board to decide how they want to do it. I have a suggestion, but please, you can either take it or leave it. You have $20,000 funds now, and we're only in July. I don't think I would expend those funds. I think I would let the line run until such time that as we needed the additional funds, and then look for those, but that would be up to.
And what is the anticipated expense?
That's about $1,300.
So if she's entitled to this, why, is she just asking, sorry?
She's asking for it now, and if we went into anything more, I would ask us to go into executive session for, since it's no, I just want to let you know, it being a personnel matter, because she had initially mentioned it, and then it kind of went back and forth, and then we got into budget season, and then realized that she hadn't wanted it, we were just beyond. I'm sorry?
Did it get lost in the shuffle?
No, it didn't get lost in the shuffle. It was just when it was wanted, and so I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Roxanne.
I didn't hear the amount. You kind of broke up on me. Can you
Sorry,
explain how
about
much would come out?
$1,300 a month.
Okay, thank you.
That's individual. And I can have the actual figure when the show comes back. So again,
So it's
it is
going
up
to,
to
the
your
ultimate
board
thing is it's going to send an overage on
that line.
For the year,
And now here.
unless something were to shift.
Yeah, well, here's my thing, and this is always, I don't like to say taking a gamble, because someone may leave, someone may retire. And then that money will, again, get shifted around. Someone may decide, could go on, someone else's, their spouses or significant other insurance. I don't know that, and I have no indication of that. I kind of sound like Pat McCarra talking about Board of Education. You don't know, but right now, that's where we are.
So that's a lot of, that's a lot of money. We didn't budget for.
Right.
So there are 2 days.
Is there an anticipated date that the insurance would take effect?
We would look for it to take effect immediately, because again, it is
It's
part
an entitlement.
of her entitlement, yes. So,
So it would be.
It's a benefit to her employment.
yes. Well, no, 12.
You go retroactive.
Yes, yeah. So,
So there are 2 ways. One is to allocate it now out of the 20,000 we have and the second way is to let it run and then do this at the end of the year.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
or go to the
Or
town.
you would come to the Board of Finance and say, I'm anticipating an overage,
And
and
again,
then we can address it then.
it's a gamble.
No, well, we don't wanna hit the 20,000,
I
Correct.
know.
cause it would take up most of it,
What would your,
town meeting.
oh, I see. It would
Yes.
go to town meeting, so that's a third way.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, good.
I still look at it as part of the second. But again, that would be up the board. Again, it's just my thought, we didn't want to get into that 20,000 yet.
No, we don't. No,
And just,
personally, I
and
don't.
again, it's kind of a gamble. And I don't like using the word gamble, but you might have someone, so you might end up. Yeah.
So at 6 months point, could we revisit where we're at expense wise?
I think that would be most advisable,
Can I,
because we'll look at everything. And remember, this is individual, this is
Yeah.
not for family,
No.
because
um, what is the disadvantage of going to, since we have to go to town meeting anyway for some other things, could we just put this on the town meeting agenda and just be done with it?
I think what Dave is saying is we might not need the allocation at all.
Yeah.
hopefully, John, but I can't say that
Right.
with any authority, so it's my thought to just let it,
I say at
and
6
again,
months.
let it
we
run,
review the
then we'll look
allocation.
at it again.
Yeah, I think you put it on your radar for 6 months and we'll review the allocation and see.
Well, if I don't see that blip, you blip me.
Okay,
You're
so,
funny.
so we don't have to take any action.
I don't have to take any action.
You do have to do something because the Board of Finance, Selectmen
Yes,
recommended to Board of Finance to make a decision. So we need a motion to,
Move that we table the decision.
there we go.
We're not tabling the decision about whether she gets.
no, she gets
No.
her, but
On how to
finance it.
fund it.
Right.
Thank you, Steve. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
Carol, thank you.
Aye.
Thank you, John. All right, year-end allocations.
Okay. So we are underspent by over $100,000.
So. Well, we are overspent,
Yeah.
so why?
Yeah,
Is this a misprint or is it? How it's supposed to be read this here?
All land use to state of Connecticut. Should be from state of Connecticut.
That's it. I didn't know whether it was something,
No.
Oh, both of them say land use from the state.
so. What's the most efficient way of taking care of this in a motion? Is it? Yeah.
Well,
We have this every year, but I don't think we've had this many. Under.
well, we have to. We have to address the overage, so we have to. Fill the overages. We have all of this to pick from. We're under.
Well, basically, as it goes, all right, in each line you have a sub line,
Right,
okay? And if the bottom line, you still have money, you can just balance that out. But if you don't have that money,
right,
that's the problem.
which these don't.
They had the statute thing requirement last year, you had to send it to town meeting.
Yeah. So my understanding is that, again, and you're gonna have some overages that you're going to have go to town meeting.
what's the overage on 107 Main Street? What's that for? I mean, due to no tenant for a few months?
Yes, we lost a tenant,
Yeah,
so you
So you
lost,
have to rent.
you lost the rent and the electricity.
So does this mean, this is overages in expenses?
Yes,
And it has nothing to do with the income. It's just the overhead over there was not covered by.
Was not
It wasn't
No.
being covered by the tenant,
Right.
we had to cover it as.
Yes,
Okay,
keep the building.
okay.
And the same thing with the old firehouse, 35 Railroad.
Wouldn't that just be a no rent? Why would it be in this column?
Because there's.
Because it was an overage. We had put so much money in and we overspent that money.
So this is an expense.
It's actually an explanation of why we're.
Why
overspent.
we're,
So what did we do last year when we went to town meeting? Take proportionately from all the other lines?
I think what you did last year was Tim Downs had, and
A
I,
large one.
yeah, I'm gonna look over at Hazel for a moment because I think she remembers because she has a memory better than mine. Yeah, I think what we did is Tim had, I'm going to say 20,000 or 22,000.
Higher
She just said, we'll take all,
from road.
yeah, and
Took
we
it all
will
from the
take it
road.
out of that.
Correct.
See, I was right, you.
So is there a line big enough to absorb the whole 8,200?
I'd take it from the road maintenance again,
Road maintenance. Yeah.
Where's
Yep.
that line?
3,001 towards the bottom,
Mhm.
fifth up, I think.
Yeah,
And again, that's no reflection on
No,
the DPW, because I know there was some concern by our DPW manager that, oh, wait a minute, they think I over budgeted, but that is because of overtime and the amount of salt and sand that we
Right.
did not use. So-
Yeah, things you don't.
Oh,
pay for.
okay,
Right.
that's true.
So I think what you did was you took all those overages and said we will deduct them from, and I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, it was 22,000 last year or 20.
Yeah, it was higher.
Somewhere in that neighborhood,
To town meeting.
yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're going to recommend to town meeting.
Yep.
That, here's a possible motion. I move that we recommend to town meeting that we uh, expense $8,253.90 to line 30011 road maintenance to address the overages. Is that how you do that? No. How did you?
we had to allocate to adjust
Allocate
the
it.
expense allocations.
Just to allocate from the road
Maintenance.
maintenance fund, $8,253 in fees.
Thank you. That's what makes much more sense to go the other way.
To balance the book.
Yes. So, what he said.
To allocate from the road maintenance. The account number
3,001.
3001
Yeah, no.
$8,253.90.
to each one of those.
Yes, to each one of
Each
those.
one separately.
Thank you. That's motion, thanks, Joe.
Second,
Second,
wait, Steve. Any further discussion?
One question.
Go for it.
I thought we were gonna try to prevent this from happening.
Well, we did keep, John, we did keep running totals to all of our shares and our commissions and so forth, committees. The one thing that we didn't see was losing the cafe.
Right.
And we are still ever hopeful on 35 Railroad Street. Again, we still had to heat that. We still had to keep the alarm in it and so on and so forth. So that's where you got that overage. So,
towards the area health, I mean, 44 cents, that's what.
you know what? It should be, that was one additional resident in the town was 44 cents.
This is a lot lower than we usually.
Yes.
Ever.
And I
Some
think-
improvements.
So,
It does speak highly of the work that we did last year on this, so.
I think if we get into a situation again, like you just said, like if the tenant, and maybe we do that right away, we plan for it a little bit, because we did know enough of an advance to be able to.
No, we did not,
That's over half of it right there. So
Yeah.
and we didn't know they were going to pack up in the meeting either, so.
I think what Ginger's saying, as soon as we
Mid-
know they
yeah.
did leave.
You know, we then.
Yes.
The month or two, like, as soon as it's vacated, I think, and we should just notate it ahead of time. We're all learning, okay,
Let's hope it doesn't happen.
that's absolutely. Any other discussion? All those in favor of allocating from the road maintenance fund, 3001, to the individual overage line items, which we will to a town meeting. Say aye.
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 Thank you. To town meeting. Let's see. A reminder about. We have to send out an RFP. For our auditors for 25, 26, 26, 27, and 7, 28. Who knows about this process and,
Michelle is walking through it.
okay,
So,
To create an RFP.
yes, I think what, not to reinvent the wheel, but I think you should
There's
look at the
gotta
old
be- yeah.
RFP.
We do.
Yeah, I did
Yes.
briefly talk with her and she was gonna
And
send me
that's-
stuff, but she didn't get to it, I guess.
Yeah. That should
Um,
be in a file the last RFP you had.
all right.
If I can find it. you'll probably-
Yeah, I guess, yes, that would be great, because, I mean, the question is, what action does the board of finance need to do?
You mean
I
right
don't-
now?
Yes.
Well, once we
I would
get the
assume.
RFPs, we have to vote. on
Right,
who we
but
want.
can we just send them out? Do we need, is there any?
So once you get the RFP and everyone agrees that this request for proposals is what we are
Right.
asking for, then we send it out, but I don't know if it's done by newspaper or I know we had, last time it was done, it was sent out to a few firms. And the only response we got was the from community.
Yeah, you should do it both ways. You should do
Yeah,
it
I could
in
say,
the
I've
paper.
seen it in the paper.
Right,
I
you should
really-
do it in the paper and you should do it
Yeah, and I
via
would,
letter.
and I would anticipate, yeah, by letter, but I would anticipate that we might get a better response this time because. We're not on the antiquated system, which is a lot, the reason I recall a lot of firms were like, I'm not touching that. And now we're on QuickBooks, so we might actually get some competitive responses.
I would suggest that we actually send the RFP, like put it in an envelope and send it to the 3 or 4
Yeah.
firms that are likely to be interested.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what's last.
And then again, John, I think we'd be well served legally to put it in the paper. You might get another 4 or 5 who we don't even know is out there.
Yeah. All right, so I will take on work.
I'll
You'll
send
look
that.
in your stuff and I'll talk to Michelle and we'll connect.
Let's get the old.
Yeah. Thank you.
So no action.
No
taken.
action. No.
Is there a paper that delivers anymore?
Waterbury. Waterbury.
I thought they stopped that.
Well,
They get it, they get it when it wants to.
Sometimes people comes out. Yeah, some days you get, we get like 4 days worth of papers here, but. Yeah,
Lakeville, but you also could do, you know, you could pick Waterbury or whatever.
yeah, I don't know what the circulation would be for, because you're looking at King Associates being in Winston, I think. You really have to go with the water.
regional.
Yeah, yeah, could get to it, Waterbury.
Okay. So now we have two teams. Tell us this stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. We are required by law under 9-140B1 to have the video recording of the absentee ballot drop boxes. We have one out, which every town hall does. There has to be a camera, not to go into all the ins and outs of it, but you have to have a camera that's 20 feet away. It has to be recorded, it has to be recorded on a particular device. The state has actually spelled out what devices you need for recording and how to go on the cloud and so on and so forth. So no, it starts 31 days prior to election. Okay, so again, it covers the period and most towns don't turn those cameras on until that time. The cost of that, and I had this broken down in 2 different sections. The cost of that would be $5,358.90. That would be for one camera. And that would have a monitor in here, plus all the supporting recording devices. And so on and
So
so
it's
forth.
camera and monitor.
Yes. And recording device. There's something very interesting, and I'll just share this with you when I was speaking with a representative from Berkshire Alarm, which is they can't have any recording device that has not been made in the USA.
That sounds,
I just was kind of interesting.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. What I did was I asked him to put in 2 additional cameras and a larger screen to monitor in here. And those cameras, one would be mounted in the back of the building here, and the other one would be mounted right in here, right inside the doorway, which would give us a view of the sidewalk, a panoramic view. That would be able to be seen by the town clerk, the assistant town clerk, and the treasurer. And I could click on it on mine, have something like the backup camera, box, if you will, up in my computer.
These are 2 additional cameras.
2 additional
They have
cameras.
nothing to do with what's required. These are.
Now, these are above and beyond.
And would they also record?
They would also record.
And they'd be on all year long?
They would be on all year long. Primarily, what we would be looking for them to do is monitor as people come in. And again, I always do this, and I apologize for falling back on my background, but when you start to think it can happen here or something can happen here, something happens. So I think it's well worth the investment of the additional money to actually have those additional cameras and monitors installed.
And those would run all year, I think.
Those would run all year, John, 24 hours a day, 24/7.
How long are you legally required to keep the recordings?
For the constant monitoring, you are not required legally to keep anything.
Except,
It's for
not for the
the,
office, just for the,
no.
how long for the box?
A year.
Thank you. And is there storage? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, is there storage costs or is it all built into
It's
this?
all built in.
What is the total cost?
The total cost with those additional cameras would be $8,573.27.
That's the additional 2 plus the one for the,
That's the entire package.
Entire package.
The one package by itself is $5,300, almost $5,400. But I think it's
Recommending, and you're asking us to recommend this to town meeting.
recommend this to town meeting, and I would ask for up to $9,000 as we discussed. I don't want to get caught in a bind at the end where they needed, an extra 50 foot of wire or whatever, but the representative from Berkshire Alarm has been out here. Some people are going to ask, why a Berkshire Alarm? Okay, they have the firehouse, they have 107, 108 for fire. They have the town garage. They don't have this building yet. Okay, they will have this building. We're working out a quote, which looks, like it'll be a little bit less expensive than what we're paying now to United Alarm, which has been bought out like 7 times. I'm not sure what company they are now.
Choose the monitoring service?
No, I'm referring to alarm. So, because if you ask what, yes, and I'm suggesting Berkshire, okay, according to the statute, we don't even need to go out for an RFP. We can get whomever we need to get.
And
And
you're leaning towards Berkshire because we already use them.
I like one-stop shopping.
Yeah.
Because we can pick up the phone, and they have been, as far as response, for, repairing alarms and so forth, they have been very, very good. So based on my time here in the town hall, even as selectmen, I've got to say they've been very good in their response. You can pick up the phone, and there's still they're right on Litchfield, in Litchfield on 202. I mean, you can pick up the phone, you can call the president.
What do other townhomes do?
Other town halls are doing the same. I mean, they all are required, and a lot of towns are behind because
Oh, as far as the ballot.
Ballot
I
box, yes.
understand. I was just wondering about the safety monitoring.
say a number Well. North Canaan has cameras all over the place,
Yeah.
as we well know, and I'm not looking to do that. Okay, I'm not looking to see what's going on, although we were told in one of our cybersecurity assessments that maybe having a camera on the registrar of voters office might be advisable. But I'm not even looking for that. I think these cameras will certainly enhance our security here. It's just 2025. We're in a different condition. And I hate to say that because especially last Thursday when I saw two horses walking down the street here. So it's kind of difficult to say we've got to that point, but we are at that point where we just need to harden the target.
Should we be recommending it in two pieces to the town? Because I mean, I don't know, like if someone is gonna vote like no way and the whole thing goes down?
Well,
Or can that be addressed during?
I
the
think it
vote?
should be addressed
Yeah.
as we explain it. I mean, bottom line is, we're mandated by the state to do the one for,
Right,
okay, and you're spending $5,000 already. And not that money grows on trees, we know it doesn't, but you're spending, over $5,000. You're getting all the supporting equipment. All you're going to do is get 2 more cameras and a couple more monitors, and then it's wire in the work. to
yeah,
do it.
I'm not.
Oh, I know,
questioning
I
that.
know, but
I'm just saying, at a town meeting, I would hate to hold up the required portion because of the other one. And if it can be addressed during the vote, then I have no problem with recommending the whole package go. I
I,
just can't remember if that is permitted.
I would ask for us to go for the entire
I
package.
would ask for, I'm kind of.
And
in
I
line with that.
don't think I would have any difficulty in articulating why we wanted to hold that description.
Okay,
If it goes down, we'll just have another town meeting.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
But-
I'll to recommend to town vote that $8,570.
Well, not up to 9,000.
Up to $9,000, thank you, be allocated to cover the cost of CCTV cameras, monitors, and recording devices. One for the ballot box outside, and 2 for the entrances in town hall.
To come
Seconded.
from the 107, thank you, Tom. I'm just gonna clarify, to come from the 107, 108 Main Street Reserve account. Tom seconded. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries. And truck fund, and this is probably good. Tim's request. Everybody.
Oh, good, I don't have to do it.
You don't have to, I think we can high level it pretty much.
He's looking at 2 trucks.
So he's looking at 2
replacing
trucks to replace the pickup, if I'm understanding, and the small dump truck.
Right.
And he's already got a cost
Yes.
for 64 for the pickup. And we don't have a cost on the other yet.
I do have the file here for you, and I think when we go to town meeting, what we do is then we have Tim articulate what we need and so on,
So what he's requesting is that that we release the 180, that we recommend to the town meeting. So that they can release up to 180 from the truck reserve account for the purchasing of the 2 trucks.
And currently, as of 5/31, okay, using those figures at 5/31, we had $180,689.
Any rough idea of what the as yet unquoted truck is gonna cost?
I think that would cost the remainder beyond that 64,000. I'm putting together the numbers here, but they're and I'm gonna look to Steve for a moment here, as Steve knows. You don't buy just the truck, you have to buy the body plus the plow.
Yeah, that is. yeah.
So everything is an add-on.
He's
And I-
talking about new.
Right. I mean, to be quite frank with everyone here, and I'm gonna look at you, Stephen, I'm sorry for looking at you, but you know quicker.
Yep.
So on and so forth. It's almost, and I'll look over one of our selectmen, Judy, it's almost counterproductive to buy used anymore because a used truck costs you almost as much as a new truck. And at least we'll get warranties and so
Yeah.
forth with this, so.
So it looks like they're saying it's around $115,000.
Yes. For the second one.
Oh, they think they're gonna have to use up all 180 grand.
Yes,
Okay,
I think so. I think the chassis will be
okay.
right here it is.
chassis alone.
Yeah.
The rough estimate is,
Okay, 100,777,000.
so they
64,
may not need all that, but are they asking us to?
up to 180,000.
And how much in total do we know is in that reserve?
180 and 60.
180, 689.
Oh, so we're gonna tap it out.
We're gonna
We're gonna tap it out, but that's what it's there for. That's what the reserve fund is there for, and
Yeah,
then we just need to build it up for the next two trucks we need.
yeah, okay.
So you need
To rec-
to recommend to town hall that up to 180,000 be released.
Allocated.
allocated from the truck reserve account.
Truck reserve. For the purpose of spending, of purchasing the two new trucks that are being proposed by
Yeah.
our Tim.
And I,
Bids yet?
I'm sorry.
Do we have bids?
We do, and I'm looking through them now, and I'll tell you, they've gone through looked at all the bids, they've used the state. Suggested bid folks. I gotta tell you, they did a lot of work on this. And I'll be, I don't feel totally comfortable just telling you about this, but Tim certainly can give you more of the ins and outs. Tim and Thomas can give you more of the ins and outs of what they need. Okay, and so
I'm pleased
far.
that he's gonna put a snowplow on the pickup.
Well, it's gonna be a four-wheel drive pickup, which is something we don't have.
We don't have that, so I'm,
Listen,
I'm
if
for
I
that,
dare
I'm for that.
anyone now to stand on the back bumper of the pickup truck we
No.
have.
that's okay. No, this is needed.
Is that motion been seconded?
No.
No,
I'll second
thank you.
Can I add the account number
Yes.
510014339?
143. Yeah.
Yes.
Any further discussion?
Did you second?
Yes. All those in favor, recommending to town meeting?
it. Aye.
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 Aye. Right.
So do we have to go town meeting minutes?
No,
Okay, that's huge.
That will be me, I'll put it together, and Ginger, I will get with you as to when we'll do it. There's a couple other things we'd like to have
Okay.
on the town meeting, and I need to get those together. So we'll have a full agenda.
Any other business?
Yes. If you don't mind,
No, I don't mind.
I am stepping down as secretary. And just a couple comments with that. This Board of Finance has been the most diligent, the hardest working, has suffered the most in public. There's horrible things being said about them, and you did it anyway. You looked after everyone in town, did the best you could with keeping taxes down, and I applaud all of you for everything you've done for the last whatever years I've been here. I mean, and I followed finance for over 20 years. The only other thing I would say is the secretary gets paid to type the minutes. That's it. And there's a lot of other things that happen. So I don't know how you want to split that up, but whoever does the minutes, that's all they do is type them and get them to the town clerk and the FOI requirements. And the only other thing I would suggest is someone needs to know FOI. It's a personal liability these days. And little things like, if you don't attach everything that was discussed at this meeting to the minutes, every report, every communication, every document to the minutes. Or set up a system with the town clerk to have them properly there for public documents. And you approve the minutes without them, you're responsible. It's an FOI violation. I mean, it's that intense. So someone should know FOI. There's a wonderful book.
I have it on my
Yeah, I have several of them.
woman and Cumberland phone.
Yeah, but the guy's name I always get wrong. The book is this thick. And this much of it refers to how the Board of Ed has to behave.
Board of Finance,
Board of Ed.
Board of Ed.
That means this much is everything else. So it's important, the book, that book, it says it pretty clearly, the statute is tough, but that's the only thing I would.
When are you stepping down? Like immediately?
Well, here's
As a,
my suggestion would be, well, I'll do these minutes, of course. You're gonna be short, probably a couple meetings for next fiscal year. You know, if someone wants to do them, volunteer, at least whoever is doing it will know they're getting a full year of secretary, but that's up, I mean, it's up to you guys. You know, whatever you want to do, it's fine.
Where are we in the agenda?
We are in
Other
other
business.
business.
Public comment.
Okay, so other business. I wish more people were here tonight. I had an inkling this was coming. And I'm not gonna let Denise get away without expressing my gratitude to her for all she's done. I suspect it's shared by everybody on the board. I joined the board 2 years ago. 45, 50 years background in law and finance. I didn't really think I needed that much help to get up to speed. But there are lots of peculiarities of Connecticut municipal law, lots of unusual practices, Falls Village accounting procedures. And I needed help to learn them. And Denise gave very generously of her time to me. And she's done that for not just me, but this board, the Board of Selectmen, various committees in town, Children's Theater, the Grant Committee. When people ask, she always says yes. And so I think the town owes her a great deal of gratitude. And I do have to say, I was personally disappointed to witness as many times as I did, people in town not refusing, but resisting her advice, even when she was dead on correct. It was not good for the town. And I don't know if there'll be anybody who will do that in the future. So I think that she's going to leave a void in that respect as well. And the last thing I'll say is, in addition to all of her considerable ability to inform us about town government and town finance, she also happens to be one of the nicest people in town. And so I just want to say that you will be dearly missed.
Thank you.
I agree. I appreciate everything you've done.
That's right.
Dangerous.
But I will miss having your guidance a lot. And just with some, like you said, FOI, but also, the consistency of wording and just consistency and references and all these kinds of things have been incredibly helpful.
Is this where I bring up the severance package?
Budget for it?
Well,
But you can always stay on as a non-paid.
Joe.
Well, I'm sure, I can't imagine, Denise, that you will not remain involved in town finance as a.
Oh, no, but I'm gonna sit over there.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit right over there where I think I'm more useful. And there's some new nonprofits coming into town that I would like to take my volunteer time and put into that.
Thank you. Any other public comment? No, I can entertain a motion too.
adjourn.
Second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Everyone enjoy the rest of the summer. Okay?
Oh,
Thank you very,
Thank you.
very much.
You're welcome.